still on the Touchdown Lagos Drive Time show. Yes, my name is Obi doing it, and I'm still here with you all the way till 9 p.m. Well, like I said earlier, we have a very special interview that is coming to you in the next couple of minutes. And it's concerning the amazing reality TV show that is coming to your screens pretty soon. Yes, of course, I'm sure it's no news to everybody listening at this point that the next Afrobeat star is coming. It just might be you. I wish it could have been me, but it is what it is. And here I have an amazing guest. I'm here with the founder and chief executive officer of Ultima, a man who has well over 35 years experience in the media, telecommunications, and of course, the banking industry. And he has grown Ultima into one of Nigeria's most successful companies. Yes, a media and production company with interest in TV, radio, and digital broadcast platforms. My guest is no other person than Mr. Femi Ayeni. Good evening to you, sir.
Good evening, Eddie.
How you doing, sir?
I'm good. I'm very excited.
Yeah, really good to have you here.
Thank you.
And it's actually an honor. It's so interesting that, I got to find out that this is pretty much your first time coming to speak here, being interviewed on this interesting, wonderful radio station that you are the brains behind. And I happen to be, me, that I'm the last born. I happen to be the one speaking to Daddy. That's so wonderful. Thank you so much for the opportunity. It truly is an honor.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, all right, sir. So I know that, yes, you're about to be talking to us concerning the next Afrobeat star, yes, but, courtesy of Ultima, Ultima Limited, MTN, 1RPM, and a few other sponsors that should be coming up as well. But before we get into NAS, I want to just ask you a few things. I want to learn a thing or two concerning how Ultima Limited came to be. You're definitely the genius behind Ultima. How did you come up with such a grand vision that caters to entertainment and also offers an amazing platform for creatives to kind of just express and also, reward themselves and also, of course, reciprocate with their creativity with this amazing platform that is Ultima? How did you come about with the vision?
Thank you for having me once again. It's a very long story. If we start now, we won't finish for a couple of hours. So I'm going to cut it very short because I really want us to talk about NAS.
Okay, all right.
And that's why I'm here.
All right.
Ultima was incorporated in 1986. That's a long time ago. So that's 39
next
years.
year. Yeah,
39
40.
years. It will be 40 years next year.
Wow.
And that was after I was a banker, like you said.
Yeah.
So after University of Lagos, that's where I went to school. I read business admin there. So
wow.
Up Unilag, up Akoka. And then after that, I worked as a merchant banker in Lagos, Nigeria, International Merchant Bank.
Okay.
We was affiliated with First National Bank of Chicago. And just for a couple of years. So as soon as I got there and I saw the middle managers, my bosses, who have come with good MBAs, that's Masters in Business Administration, and doing so well, even though we as investment bankers, there were only about 3 or 4 investment banks in Lagos then, we also were really very well paid, I have to admit.
Okay.
Nice car, nice everything, nice apartment, but immediately within a few months I said, you've got to go and get your MBA and you should go to the best.
Okay.
So I again, cut a very long story short, I went to a school called the Wharton School of Business, University of Pennsylvania. A lot of people just talk about Harvard, but I'm bashful about Wharton when it comes to talking about MBA schools, because it's Wharton, Stanford, Harvard, those are like the best.
Yeah,
and for finance and entrepreneurial management, Wharton was the one to go to, and that's where I went.
Okay.
And after Wharton, spent a couple of years, working as a banker in the States. But then after that, I just said, look, I wanted to come back home. I wanted to just be an entrepreneur.
Okay.
And in those days, they were not giving out banking licenses to Nigerians, and they did it a long time before and then stopped. So I didn't think banking was the way to go. And then I just felt, look. So my initial thought was to develop a fast food chain for West Africa, because that was what I wrote for my dissertation.
Okay.
But I had in mind specifically KFC.
Oh,
And,
wow.
yes, I can imagine KFC came
Wow.
about 30 years later.
What are the odds?
Yes, but very quickly I realized that most of those fast food chains couldn't come to Nigeria then. The environment was just not ready. The supply chain was not there. We couldn't supply the things that they needed to maintain the standards that they have to maintain as a franchise.
Okay.
Franchises have to maintain the same standards.
Okay.
The KFC you eat here should be the same KFC you eat in the UK or in the States. Not quite the same, but they are similar and close enough.
Yeah.
So because I couldn't do fast food chain, the next thing I thought I could do was a video rental club. This was even before Blockbuster, before anything. So again, cut a long story short, I ended up having a video club in Lagos. I was to have 5, and I made all the arrangements to borrow money using an asset
Okay.
that belonged to my mom to borrow money, so I could have 5 in Lagos and 1 in every state capital. Actually, that was the game plan. But once I got here, I then, for personal reasons, the plan to use my mom's house, which I don't want to reveal now, didn't go ahead. Because basically, my mom passed away within a week of my coming here.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you. It's a long time ago. So I couldn't use her house. So I only had one video club in Lagos. One video club in Lagos became Ultima satellite dishes. So we pioneered dishes, those 5-meter dishes. So radio television Seychelles, their first dish was an Ultima dish. An engineer flew from Lagos to Seychelles in the Indian Ocean to install their dish. We installed dishes for Jerry Rollins in Ghana, in Cameroon, Jordan Barracks, across West Africa. Those big, it was a rich man's toy. And then from dishes, then Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? A lot of things happened in between, but those things were opportunities trying to do some businesses, but because there was no private equity money and raising money then was so difficult, couldn't raise the money then to do, for example, I was to do a multi-channel satellite system, got a license, paid for a license, a DSTV service, but I couldn't raise the money. But so I then said, this show called Who Wants to Be a Millionaire will do well. So it was the first format done in Nigeria, was Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, an international format.
Oh, wow.
So again, it took like 2 years to put it together because multi-camera production then in Nigeria had not been done by anybody.
Wow.
So from Millionaire, Project Fame, Family Feud, Lions Den, and now the most exciting for us is Next Afrobeat Star.
Let's go.
Because it's our own show.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Honestly, there are a lot of follow-up questions I would love to ask because I've just learned so much about you right now. But of course, we're here to talk about the Next Afrobeat Star. So let's get right into that. Of course, this is a show that so many people are anticipating to see on their TV screens. I myself, I don't even know what to expect, but I know that it's going to blow my mind. But I want us to, go to the genesis of it all. How did the idea of the Next Afrobeat Star come about?
Okay, yes. Well, often I'm awake at night thinking and dreaming of what to do. Take this radio station. We put it all together during the pandemic. We recruited everybody without seeing them. People that one of your stars, one of your co-presenters, she came from, I think, Cross River State, I believe.
Wow.
Maybe River State. Interviewed online, liked her voice. We brought her here. Radio Sweetheart. I can't remember her name now. One of the people that calls herself a radio sweetheart. Okay. So we did all of that. And why did I do this radio station? I said to myself, how can we engage young people and keep them happy? So give them good music, like mostly Afrobeats, which is what we're doing. So 85% Afrobeats, and in between, let lawyers come and talk to them about legal matters. Yeah. Doctors talk about doc on call. Yeah. Rep your hustle twice a week. You rep your own hustle. Yeah. Free. You don't pay us anything, and you get businesses. So that's the passion, is to encourage and engage young people. And that's what then led to me thinking Afrobeat is beginning to do a lot internationally. I had bought so many formats. So those licenses, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Project Fame, they're all what they call formats. Yeah. So you pay, it's like a franchise, you pay for it, and you pay in perpetuity. Every time you do a new season, you have to pay the format owners I said, why can't I create my own? To be honest, we've been thinking of creating ours for years now. But we didn't think sponsors will want to put as much money behind ours as the one that, the franchise one, the one that's done abroad.
Okay.
And I guess they have some reason to want to
skeptical
about what we do, because the ones that are done abroad have been tried and tested for years and done internationally. So they can't go wrong, because I'm copying what has been done before.
Absolutely.
So with this one, it's our own show. So 5 years ago, we approached some sponsors and we said, look, we have this idea and we've developed it into a format. We think it's going to be very good. And they said, no, why don't you do Project Femi? I said, no, don't. This is going to be bigger than Project Femi. I can guarantee you that. This is going to be huge.
Yeah, I can believe that. I truly believe that that's what's going to be. I'm so glad to be hearing that.
Yeah, there are some very unique differences between this and all the music reality shows that have been done. This is the first one where original music is going to be created right during the show. It's the first one that we're going to be streaming live all over the world. There's not a single music reality show that has been streamed, or even any of the reality shows that has been streamed all over that you can watch from day one everywhere in the world. Why is that the case? Because when you buy a franchise, you buy either for a country or for West Africa, as we did for Project Fame. So they can only watch in those countries. They can't watch abroad. You will watch abroad after the live episodes, after the season has been ended. Then you can put it on YouTube. But with this one, from day one, the music is streamed live. Everybody's watching from across the globe. From day one, we'll be on Spotify, we'll be on Apple Music, original music, and original covers. So it's very different from any music reality show you've watched anywhere in Nigeria, whether it's Voice or Project Fame or Got Talent or Idol. None of them comes close to what we're doing.
Amazing. Whoa. I'm so excited, honestly. I'm sure a lot of people too are as well. And I like that you mentioned, some of the wonderful things you've done in the past, like, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Nigeria, MTN Project Fame, even Family Feud, that is still very much ongoing. And I can only imagine what you would have experienced in terms of crowd, like the turnouts for people that show up. So now I just want to know, especially with how this is definitely going to be a huge global show, what are you even expecting, especially considering that tomorrow the live auditions here in Lagos starts here at Ultima Studios? What are your expectations in terms of the turnout, for tomorrow and all the way through the weekend?
The turnout is going to be massive. We know that. We know that even from when we open the lines. People. Another thing about this one is that you could audition online.
Yes.
You didn't have to come for a physical audition. It's the first one. So the first time we opened the lines, MTN lines, over a couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks, 3 weeks, 39,000 people.
My goodness.
39,000 had attempted to get through. And actually pretty much jammed the lines, and they couldn't all kind of get through. So we are trying to open up that pipe now for more and more people to be able to sing, because what they do is that they will sing into tunes that we have, that they will upload from us.
Okay.
Tunes that have been done by our ace producers.
Yes.
And because as producers, SARS, P Prime, Andre Vibes, and Puffy T.
Yes.
So some of the music that they've done before, we put the beats online.
Yeah.
And you will then download, sing to it, and upload back to us. So that's how we then do our initial audition. So you don't have to even come here for the physical audition, because we are doing physical auditions in only 3 cities. There are people who are not in those cities. We want to give everybody a chance. Opportunity. So you don't have to be in any of those cities. You don't have to come physically. You don't have to come tomorrow. But be that as it may, we are expecting thousands of people here.
Oh my
The crowd is going to go all the way to Freedom Way. I can guarantee you that.
Wow. That means most definitely I have to even be here like maybe 2-3 hours before work so that I don't get stuck in traffic.
You better be. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. So of course, considering the fact that you are a pioneer in the creative industry here in Nigeria, you've started so many wonderful things. In terms of what the participants, the contestants that are coming tomorrow, especially to audition, even for the main show when it kickstarts, what are your expectations, in terms of how they're going to be delivering? Like, what are you even going to be looking out for in each of these contestants?
we're looking for the star quality. Some kind of, I don't want to use the word, a term that is the name of our competition, so I won't say that. But you have to have that factor.
Okay.
So the star quality, because you see, Afrobeat is not just about voice, which is what, that's why Project Fame, we didn't sign them on onto our label, because we said, look, these guys are going to go and compete with their R&B singers and voice stars that are going to go and compete in Afrobeat, which is a completely different kettle of fish altogether. So the Afrobeat is not just, your voice can be good, should be good, so, but it doesn't have to be. It's not just about voice. It's about the beat. It's about the aura you do. I mean, there are Afrobeat singers who are just talking. They're not rappers, but they're just talking, and they are doing well. So you have to just bring some unique qualities that shows that you understand your environment, which is Nigeria, but you are using music that has been curated, by beat makers and producers that are international, that can travel in a manner, and that you have stage presence, that you can just command the stage. So I can't say there's this one single quality that is required of you. You have to be basically a very rounded all-rounder. That's what the producers are going to be looking for. I know, of course, the other major difference between what we're doing and every other music reality show is that this time it's the producers, the beat makers, who frankly are easily 50-60% of Afrobeats, of every song. If the beat is not good, the singer might as well be singing. If you sing a cappella, will people buy the album? So not really, except if it's like a choir a cappella and you are using different.
True.
But if it's just a single person,
all the best.
exactly. So those producers and the beatmen, when they bring so they will have 3 people each competing. So it's going to be team Puffy, team Andre Vibes, Puffy, team P Prime, and team SARS are competing against each other to be the next Afrobeat star. Now the biggest difference is the music contract that they are going to win. The winner, mouth-watering 150 million naira.
Oh my
This is a record contract with one of the biggest music companies, digital music companies in the world, owned by, it's not a huge corporation, but a privately owned, it's probably the biggest privately owned music label and digital distribution company in the world. 1 RPM. That's how they are able to give us this kind of contracts for the winners. So when they came here, they were excited when we told them what we're doing, and they then saw our facilities, saw what we've done in the past, and so that gave them confidence, to come with us and do this and get everything nasty, as we say, in terms of
nasty.
Afrobeat stuff.
That is wonderful. Of course, you heard it very clearly. In case you want to, stand a chance to be the next Afrobeat star, just as Mr. Ayeni has mentioned here, you need to just be aware of your environment so that you can tell a really nice story. You might not necessarily need to sing so well, but of course the beat will do its job. Just make sure that you're able to captivate the audience, okay? In case you're listening and you of course want to see how it's going down in the studio, we're live on Instagram, we're live on YouTube. On Instagram, just search 885_UFM, and on YouTube is 88.5 UFM. So just a few more questions before I let you go, sir. So you also mentioned about, of course, the auditions is coming up tomorrow. There are a lot of people that will be listening and wondering, what am I supposed to be aware of? Especially considering that tomorrow, it's, happening tomorrow. How's it going to happen tomorrow? What are the plans? What is being put in place? Should I drive down here? Should I park my car somewhere far away? How should it be? What should people just plan to make sure that when they come here, they are ready and they are going to have a good time?
Very good question. If you are driving, we not only have our own car parks, we've also made arrangements with our neighbors.
Okay. The
church, this present house, and the school, CIS, have graciously allowed us to use their car parks. Of course, we also let them use our car park whenever they have events. So there are places, ample car park is available. There's going to be a lot of security, private security, as well as the police and LASMA are going to be here.
Okay.
We will, for those that eventually, when you get into the studio, there will be provision for water, for drinks. There is going to be an ambulance. God forbid, no incidents or whatsoever. But there is medical, personnel and ambulance here on standby. Just the kind of things we've always done. We did Project Fame for 9 years, and that was always attracting huge crowd. So we have the experience. We are very confident. What I would expect, what I would advise anybody that wants to come to do, if you've not done so yet, there are 10 tunes that you should go and download and listen to and decide on which one you are going to use for your audition. This is not, you are not going to come and do any freelance here. There is already a tune that you need to sing to. Any of the tunes that the producers of the 10 that are producers that are already online, from Mona Lisa, I think Mona Lisa is there, I think Bandana is there, I think Yahuze is there, I think there are several of those songs that were done by these 4 producers. Andre Blaze too. I think there is that song by Ira Star, I can't remember the name now. So there are several. So it's not just for boys and for women. All you have to be is 18 years and above. If you are in your 50s or 60s and you think you can still be a big Afrobeat star, please, by all means, you are welcome. You have to just be 18 years so that you can sign agreement, and we know that you are doing this thing as an adult who is ready to do what it takes to be a star. Because it's not an easy thing to be a huge star. I mean, the stars will also tell you that they have the following, and the fans also has its own implications. So just be 18 years and above, download the tunes, decide on which one you want for yourself, and come and prove that you can do it. And who knows, you may be the next Afrobeat star. Apart from the 150 million naira recording contract, one thing we've kept forgetting to say because of that contract is that the winner is winning a car.
Wow.
And he's winning 10 million naira cash. The runner-up will win, I think, 7.5 million naira. The third person will win 5 million naira, and all the way down. Now, any of the 12, we never used to say that in Project Fame, but anybody that gets into to be part of the team of the top 12, they are not going to go away empty-handed. Even if you are the first to leave, there will be something for you. Apart from the fact that you've learned a few things, you've gotten exposure, and you have access to people like us who, I like to help young people all the time. Because, since when I was growing up, when I was, in my 20s, things were very, very good. I don't know what has happened to us as a country. I don't want to dampen anybody's spirit. So my passion is to see how we can make things better. First, encourage young people, let them know that it can get better, and it will get better. But while they are going through what they are going through, inspire them, educate them, encourage them, and let them know that the sky is still the limit. You can still do extremely well. There are massive opportunities still available here, in spite of the way things are.
Wow. You pretty much just summed it up, because I was going to ask you to kind of like encourage people, especially considering some people who there's a lot of people that are going to be coming. Well, at the end of the day, maybe just a few people. Everybody's going to be a winner at some point, but I'm just glad how you really encourage everyone. So I'm very grateful for you stopping by to really give all the information regarding the next Afrobeat star. So I hope you're very much aware. You're listening. It starts tomorrow officially, Friday, September 5th, and it's going to be starting at 7 a.m. all the way to 8 p.m. throughout the weekend. It's going to be wonderful, okay? Just come, and maybe you are unable to register online. You can have the registration done here, verification, and get straight to get an opportunity to move to the next stage, okay? So make sure to be here. And of course, just maybe a parting shots, maybe something you want to use to wrap things up before we go.
Absolutely. Yes, you are right that only 12 people will get into competing to be the next Afrobeat star eventually. But what I can say for those who don't make it is that I do not believe that 80% of the people who have done well as Afrobeat stars, and indeed as musicians and stars, went through reality shows. Some tried several times, they don't do well, but they then say, look, that's going to encourage me to even to try harder, and they end up being big stars. So the fact that you don't make it through here doesn't close your doors at all. Don't even think so. Just let it challenge you to try and be better at what you are doing. And once you have the, if you have the talent, just be sure you have the talent and you have the passion and you have the drive and you have discipline, the sky is the limit. That's the first thing I want to pass with. The second one is that one other thing that makes this exciting for me is that, you know, the naira continues to fall. This format is created to ensure that we will be part of those who strengthen the naira. How? Because we are going to be exporting. What are we exporting? We are exporting this music. So that is why all the young musicians, when they go abroad to do concerts, they earn dollars and bring it back home.
Yeah.
Then naira appreciates.
Yes, absolutely.
That's what happens. So that's part of the, for me, being a former banker, that look, I'm actually now going into a business where instead of me paying franchise fees and that is driving down the value of the naira, I'm going into a format that is going to be appreciating the value of the naira. That excites me a lot.
Wow.
So
that
thank you, everybody.
Shout out to you, sir. Truly. Wow. I'm sure that a lot of people listening, their minds are blown. Like, what a wonderful idea. What a great plan. What an amazing man, really, because it's such a great thing to, of course, consider the nation, you know, the state of the economy right now, while we're about to take this wonderful show to the world. So shout out to you, sir. I really, truly do appreciate you for your time and, you know, of course, getting all the information that people need to be aware of out there. So yes, it's a wrap for now, but of course, in case you're just tuning in and you missed out on the interview, I'm pretty sure it's going to be available on our YouTube, so you can catch every single thing that you need to be aware of concerning the next Afrobeat star. Just head on down to 885.UFM. I beg your pardon, 885 UFM on YouTube, and you get all that information right there. Okay, but yes, keep it locked on to your favorite radio station. Let's get back to the music, and when I come back, I'll give you some more information of what the Touchdown Lagos Drive Time show has in store for you. Don't go nowhere. This is Badman G. It is Ashake.